Hey guys, welcome in. It's Brad with College Sportscast. We're here today. We're going to be doing our week wrap-up show for the first week of January in 2023. This is our first week wrap-up show of 2023. John Roberts is just joining us. I had a meeting today. Didn't know if it was going to go over or not, so I told the guys that we might be an hour late. And then my meeting was quite a bit shorter than what I was expecting. And then I changed and said, hey, we might be able to do the regular time. So anyway, I got John Hans on with us with just audio today. He's on his phone. John, can you hear me? He's been going in and out on his phone. Sometimes on the phone it doesn't work all that great. So, yeah. All right. So I do have John Roberts that just joined in. Hey, John.
What's up?
Sorry, I was being a little confusing today.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, I got you, John. I couldn't hear. I don't know. Sometimes when you go back, I couldn't hear you, but yeah, I can hear you. So like I said, this is our first week wrap-up show of 2023. And it's been a big weekend of college basketball. This past weekend, of course, the weekend before last was the college football semifinals, and the championship game is tomorrow night. So we'll have some last thoughts on that as well. And John Roberts, I'll start with you on this. I think we all picked Arkansas to beat Auburn. Did we not?
I know I did. So I missed the early portion of the game, right when I guess Auburn had the big flurry to kind of set the tone and get ahead. And then I started watching after that, and they were just able to maintain it. I don't think it got anywhere closer than maybe 5 points once they got the lead.
Right.
I don't remember it getting much closer than that, maybe 4, but it really didn't. It got to where it would. Arkansas climbed back in, but then the moment that they did it, then Auburn would hit a 3 or do something like that. I mean, they hit.
I did say that it's a tough place to play. So
right, it is, and I didn't think that they were going to have the offense that they had. They had offense in that game, and that's what did it. But I didn't think that they were going to be shooting it as well because, I mean, there were games that they've played where they haven't shot well, not just games on the road where they haven't shot well, but there have been games at home, and that's what I was going off of. So I didn't think that they would have the shot to win that game, but apparently they did, and they did.
Right.
So,
Hammonds, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. So I know mine and yours biggest disappointment yesterday was UK. So what was your kind of thoughts on that ugly game yesterday?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I just think they're going to struggle on the road until they figure out how to play offense and connect the defense together. They're just not a real good team right now, and that's not saying they beat LSU at home, which I told a friend last night. We was talking about this. He's I believe that Kentucky's going to win some games at home against some of the top teams. Say, for instance, they're going to get Tennessee at home. They're going to get Kansas at home. They're going to get some opportunities at home to win some games. But to go far in the tournament, they're going to have to win some of these road games to prepare them for the tournament.
Well, as of right now,
Because-
Hammonds, they are 1-5 away from Rupp.
and that's not good. And the
1-5.
the last two games on the road, they've lost by a combined 20 points. And I'll tell you something that really bothered me yesterday. I said this with it got to be a 29-point lead for Alabama at one point.
31, I know.
After the 15-minute mark in the second half, go rewatch the tape. Kentucky just flat laid down and quit.
Yeah.
They
But
just
that's
quit.
that's a team continuity problem, is what that is. And I'm
they was
going to
was
go I'm going to go into that just a little bit here in a minute, but go ahead.
They was just, you could tell after the 15-minute mark in that, in that game, with the game to go, you could tell they was just ready to leave Alabama and get the heck out of there. They just was not interested in being there. And that shouldn't happen. Granted, I understand that they're not as talented as they had, Anthony Davis teams, all these others. But you don't go on the road and do the things that Kentucky done yesterday. It was just, there were so many mishaps in the first half. It was 3 times where Oscar got lost on the defensive end for dunks in the back end. Alabama pretty much just bullied Kentucky and told them that, hey, we're going to bully you all night. What are you going to do about it? And they just quit. And to me, I don't like bitters. I'm sorry. I can't support a team that goes on a road and just quits.
Well, so there is something amiss with this team, continuity-wise. There's just something amiss with this team. And this isn't the first time that I've been saying that about a Calipari coach team, just to be quite honest. So this past week, before this Alabama game on Saturday, Oscar Tshiebwe had come out and told that he had went to Calipari and told Calipari to be a little bit more positive with this team. And in the pre-conference press conference for this game, Calipari was asked about it. Calipari was asked and told that Oscar Tshiebwe said that he had come to him and asked for him to be more positive with this team. And his response to me was very telling. His response was, well, I don't know who told you that. Where did you get that from? Nobody's ever come to me and told me that, I needed to be more positive. I'm going to be the coach that I'm going to be, and blah, blah, blah. And that whole response to the thing. And then when the game starts, Oscar gets lost a couple of times on pick and rolls. All right. And he gives up a dunk, and there was a foul on another one, and immediately Cal jerks him out. Sets him on the bench for a long time, puts him back, finally does put him back in, and within 2 or 3 trips down the floor, Oscar got lost once again on a pick and roll, and the guy got in the 7-footer for Alabama, got another dunk. As soon as that happened, he jerked him out again.
You got to think this Alabama.
Wait a second. Wait a second. What I'm going to say is this: Oscar Tshiebwe was the returning National Player of the Year. Hasn't happened since 2008 in college basketball.
The reason
This should be his team. His team, period. He struggled a little bit yesterday right off the bat. If you leave him alone and let him fight through it, I bet he figures it out.
Well,
What Cal's doing is ruining everybody's confidence. You're talking about the team quit. He's ruining everybody's confidence,
and yesterday,
including Sheboy's.
watch it. Watch the tape. Cal Perry said he's going to burn it, but watch it. They hold the ball too long.
I don't know that I want to watch the tape, man. I'm sorry. I watched it the first time and it was awful.
I don't understand.
So we have Jason Harrison on with us. Jason, it's good to see you back with us, man.
Good to be back.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you're back. Jason's had a little bit of a tough month, but we kind of give him his own little space, and Jason wanted to come back with us, and we're glad he's back with us. So y'all welcome Jason back.
Welcome back, Jason.
What's up?
What's up?
So did you watch any basketball yesterday?
I did basketball yesterday.
Yeah.
A lot of football. Did. Tell Ian you guys conversation about, and I'm just gonna say this. What you guys early in the year about Kentucky? Told y'all. They're not as Sheboy should have not. He should have went to the NBA because now teams the film on him attacking him. He has
That's true.
in Alabama good side.
Well, and Alabama's got size galore. So, I mean, and all you have to do right now is just be physical with Kentucky. That's all you have to do. I mean, there's clearly a blueprint against Kentucky. But I just wanted to say that that little tidbit, the continuity on the team and Coach Cal ruining everybody's confidence. The only players yesterday that played with any confidence whatsoever was Severe Wheeler and Reeves. That's the only two players that played with any kind of confidence.
I say this: when you go into those and you have Kentucky across your chest, and so and that was frustrating when your team doesn't fight. You fight, and I think he wanted what was Coach Cal to be more positive. That's what I'm hearing you say.
Yeah, I mean there was some talk in press that he had told some of the press that he had went to Coach Cal and told Coach Cal to be more positive with this team.
And when you have a young team, caution on that side of confidence. But 10, 15 games in, going into conference play, you play about 6 or 7 games. Who confidence is shattered? Who confidence is shattered?
Well, no.
Or the one
He did play a do. He did play a do yesterday. Played Damian Collins yesterday. He did get a few more players in that he hasn't been playing.
And he mentioned yesterday.
Go ahead.
He mentioned yesterday. He mentioned yesterday that when your bench outdoes your starters, there's a problem.
Well,
Well,
what's my guard name? Can't say his name. Freshman.
Severe Wheeler.
That's not a freshman.
Oh, Case and
I
Wallace.
can't say his name. So he's gonna be up and down. It is extremely hard to come in and face that. It's extremely
Well,
hard. Well,
it is, but I'm going to tell you right now, every tough game that we have had to play, he was 1 of 13 yesterday from the field. UCLA, he was 2 of 13 from the field. He's just not there. I mean, he's our top 3 scores yesterday was Shebue, Toppin. That's our top 3 players in scoring, and Wallace. They were 3 of 30 from the floor yesterday. 3 of 30, 10%.
Alabama are the 2 big dogs in the SEC.
They are right now.
Alabama,
I agree with you 100%.
Tennessee. They're
So
2.
we're gonna find out next Saturday just how bad Tennessee's gonna whoop our ass. And yeah, I just said that.
They put on. Yeah, they put on South Carolina yesterday.
Oh, I know.
Made South Carolina look like a middle school team. That was nuts.
they did.
Beating them by over 40.
They
Oh my
did.
God.
I know. 85 to 42. They only scored 2 points or something.
Yeah, it didn't even cross the threshold of 50. That's usually bad in college basketball.
Kentucky and Tennessee
Tennessee-
is a rivalry game, though.
Yes, and that's
Yes.
You're right.
exactly why
You're right.
it's going to be a bloodbath. At Tennessee, I fully expect a bloodbath. I'm just going to be honest.
Ugh. Listen, one thing I can
Eventually, this
Coach
team's going to wake
gotta
up.
have Coach
strong.
gotta have his team ready.
Eventually, this
I got to
team's
see
gonna
some
wake
proof first, Jason.
He needs
I mean, I get what you're
Amy
saying.
Collins. Go ahead.
I get what you're saying, but eventually Kentucky's going to wake up and prove us wrong. They
Oh,
just
no,
have to.
no, that-
There's a point.
Eventually.
I mean, this team has some talent. And it's really sad where they are, to be honest with you. They should not be as bad as what they are looking, not under any circumstance.
Don't have enough playmakers. Only playmakers. They have scored. That's it.
Yeah,
Alabama
I agree with you.
playmakers who can make shots, but make plays. Team
Right.
has good ones that can make. Look at Tennessee. Look at Alabama.
Yeah, I agree with you. Now, I'll tell you one other score from yesterday that surprised me beyond Kentucky, and that was Arizona. They lost for first time at home in a long time to Washington State yesterday at home. And Arizona's the 5th-ranked team in the country, and it kind of surprised me that Arizona lost at home.
You know,
Anybody catch
surprised me?
that score last night?
I didn't, but you know who? And Texas.
Texas?
Texas winning.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
being dominant and kind of through there, they're not the same team. I was screaming about a couple Houston and Texas being the 2.
Houston's playing right now. They're playing Cincinnati and up about 16. I just thought, I mean, Arizona had kind of run through their schedule, and they have a lot of talent and a lot of length and really tall. And I thought they might be able to control the Pac-12 out there, but they're now 3-2 in the Pac-12. UCLA's 5-0, Utah's 5-1, even Arizona State's 3-1 right now. So they got a little work cut out for them for Arizona after yesterday's home loss.
In conference, if you don't hold home, it will be rough come the latter part of.
Hammonds, what other game surprised you yesterday, basketball-wise?
Well, the Washington State game.
Yeah, I mean, I really thought it was a surprise myself. Duke just beat Boston College by 1 point yesterday. I'll tell you another game that was kind of surprising. Missouri almost lost to Vanderbilt and was behind most of that game and won 85-82.
Wasn't there a controversial call late in the game?
There
I think
was.
there was.
There was. I was kind of surprised by that score yesterday as well.
John, how you feeling right now?
Not mad.
Not mad. Not yet.
I don't understand why they're playing so bad. I just don't understand it.
Well,
Who's
I'm telling you,
playing bad?
there's something wrong with the team continuity. I've been saying it all along. There's just something wrong with it.
Are we back on Big Blue?
Well, yeah, Hammonds was talking about it for a minute, so yeah.
That's not what I was talking about. What are you talking about?
What was you talking about then, Roberts?
I was talking about the Cowboys. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's why I asked John if he was okay.
Is the
It's
Cowboys
flat.
playing right now?
Yeah, they are.
It don't that's in this game, don't. It's just
I know they play Washington today, but I don't know what time it was.
Right now.
Are they sitting some guys?
Okay.
Are anybody sitting out?
Well, I mean, Dak's playing, so that should be the first indicator. They the Dallas fumbled this or couldn't handle the snap on the punt and got tackled in the backfield and within to Washington. So Washington's up 7-0 early in the game.
I'm a little interested in the Green Bay Packers game tonight, so I might
A little.
yeah, just a little.
go Lions.
I got mine going right now.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, so I'll probably be watching that game tonight in the NFL, and
Right.
y'all probably know that I haven't kept up or watched a whole lot of NFL this year, but I will tonight.
I don't know. You might want to stay away. Just stay away.
I might. I might. I don't know.
Let them actually get in.
Yeah,
You know,
that's true.
When you're in,
Yep, I
lose.
know.
Not so much.
I know. And that's my little coverage of the NFL because I've I don't know, mostly lost interest. It's been a few years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I get every now and then. I'll watch.
Well,
a few
so
games.
I mean, the Packers, they've just got on my darn nerves. For 3 straight years, they're 13-3. They run through it. They get all my life, when the Packers have home playoff games, they win. They win. I mean, it's just that simple. In January, in that cold, they win. And then the last 3 years, they can't even get to a darn Super Bowl with the best team in the NFL.
Yep.
And the MVP for 2 years straight.
Yeah, but now they're not the best. So
I know.
Yep.
And it kind of just, I'm just over it. Like, come on, man. How you losing January playoff games at home?
By not scoring more points than the other team. That's usually how it works.
That's not Packers tradition. That's not the way things have always been. I hate to tell you, but that's just not the way it's always been.
I'm aware of it.
I mean, come on now. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
Now, this year, everybody counted them out because they looked horrible. And then they come on and win 4 in a row, and they have a chance tonight to sneak in at the 7 spot. And likely they'll go on a darn run now.
Maybe they'll pull off what the Giants did back in the mid 2000s, mid to late 2000s.
Yeah.
Go be that wild card that just runs the gamut.
Yeah. Yeah, the Giants and Eli did that one time.
And they did it twice.
Well, they wasn't always. Were they both times they were the wild card?
Pretty certain they were.
I know one time they were. May have been both times.
Yeah, one of those times they came to Green Bay and won.
Yeah. That is Aaron Rodgers' legacy right there. Losing home playoff games.
Was that Aaron Rodgers? Might have been the end of Brett Favre. The first one.
The first one, maybe.
The first one. Second one would have been like the first year for Aaron Rodgers, but I don't think they did much that first year. Because within the first 3 or 4 of him starting, they won the Super Bowl.
2010
Correct.
was when they won the Super Bowl, but
Correct.
that was like maybe his 3rd or 4th year starting, 3rd year.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It was either 3rd or 4th, something like that.
Right. He was drafted
Anyways,
in 2004, and then
Aaron Rodgers has
until
lost a
2008.
whole lot of home playoff games and Lambeau Field in January.
Yes.
And that's just not something that the Packers have ever been used to, and the Packers fans have ever been used to.
I don't know. I've been used to it for about a decade now. A little more than a decade, but yeah.
I'm still not used to it. It's disgusting and it's ugly, and I don't like it. That's all I'm gonna say.
We lose you, John.
No, I'm here.
Yeah, he come back. Oh my gosh.
Sam Howell plays for the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, he's
He's their starting quarterback.
yeah, he's a
Oh my god.
backup, I believe.
Yeah, but he's starting today.
So Kentucky girls got blown out today by LSU as well.
That
Basketball.
feels. Is that normal?
Over the last several years, Kentucky girls have been pretty good. This year, they beat South Carolina last year in the SEC tournament and won the SEC tournament over South Carolina. And then laid an egg in the NCAA tournament, just like the boys did. And South Carolina went on to win the NCAA tournament, of course. And then Kentucky lost a couple of players that were really good off that team. And she's trying to replace those, but they're struggling. I mean, they lost by 20 to LSU today. They were down more than that. They were down by 30 at least at one time. And they are 8-8. That's their overall record. And LSU is one of the top teams in the country. They're 16-0. So, I mean, they do have a really good team. Angel Reese has been going off. Not this game. I could look up her stats in this game, but the game before last, Angel Reese had 26 points and 28 rebounds. I would say that's kind of good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Is that Shaq?
Talking about girls, LSU, Angel Reese.
That's what I'm saying. Those are.
Oh, yeah. Yes, today against Kentucky, she had 26 points and 13 rebounds.
She getting something done.
So we got a championship game coming up tomorrow.
We do. College football playoff championship game, and we've covered a whole lot of it this week, but we can kind of do our last thoughts for the week or before the game.
Yep, and Tuesday we will have a guest with us. It'll be Ryan Nanny of the Shutdown Fullcast. He will come on Tuesday to talk about the
championship game that
championship, and then he will also talk about the season in review and whatnot.
Right.
So, this will be really a really fun show to be tuned into. It'll be one with him.
Right.
I think there will be a lot of stuff that we might be able to get out of that.
Cool. So, they cover college football a lot and stuff, and he's a big fan.
Year round. Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he's going to be on our show on Tuesday at 8:00. Yes. Tuesday night.
Mm-hmm.
Shutdown Fullcast podcast.
Correct. Yeah.
And check it out. He'll be on with us, so kind of give him a shout out here tonight as well for that. We appreciate Ryan being on with us and John Roberts doing the job to get him on with us. So,
yep.
So, anybody that's on tonight, got it up there. What's your last thoughts on the college football championship game? TCU versus Georgia? Is there any little last tidbits or anything you kind of want to throw in there, Roberts?
I just think it'll be a good game. I think that just the tenacity that TCU has fought with the entire season, and just the big dog, the Giants that are Georgia football, that one's going to be a true David and Goliath match right there. So it'll be fun.
It kind of is going to be a David versus Goliath, and I'm hoping to see a really good game. I think that TCU just has that tenacity and fire to and just confidence in themselves to maybe pull it off, you know?
Oh yeah.
Quarterback. That was when
Quarterback?
quarterback.
Yeah.
That's gonna win.
I mean,
Yep.
Georgia
You got two guys
Georgia was like, yeah.
that were in New York for the Heisman. Gonna go against each other.
right?
Quarterback play.
And it-
They scared me. Didn't realize how
TCU?
good they were.
they're good.
Georgia, they're really good.
Yeah.
Man, the Michigan shocked me. I didn't know they were that fast.
Hey,
Quarterback,
they put up the points on against Michigan, that's for sure.
Yep.
I think
What 51?
I think Georgia has got to, because if TCU, what I've seen, TCU all day. I'm SEC, but TCU,
Yeah, I know.
man,
I hear you. I usually in SEC all the way most of the time, but there's just something special about this TCU team with Sonny Dykes and Max Duggins, and you know I did hear the other day their running back Roberts, what's his name?
Miller.
Miller. I did hear that he's only 50-50 to play tomorrow night.
I saw
Yeah, but their guy they had on at the end of the game last Saturday was, able to do the job, and he did it very well enough. So, but yeah, I mean, it would be nice to have Miller the entire game, but I don't know if he's not gonna. He looked really bad in the first snaps of the second half of that game, where
Right.
you knew that he just wasn't going to be there. And it took them a little bit. That third quarter was not one where they were trying to figure out what to do without him. I think they figured it out in the fourth quarter, more so in the fourth quarter than anywhere. But they were trying to figure out how to play without him. And I think now they know. So
Right. I just thought I seen it. I think it was yesterday when they said he's going to be 50-50 to play. So my guess is he'll give it a go
yeah, he'll give it a go.
if he can. He'll give it a go if he can. Will be my guess.
I'm
Um,
interested to see, Georgia's team speed against, the heart of TCU. It's time TCU has really went up against anybody with that kind of speed that Georgia's going to have. So it'll be interesting to watch tomorrow night.
it is. It's going to be a fun game to watch.
Grab your
How often?
wings, grab your whatever you eat, your Tostitos, chips,
Popcorn, nachos and cheese, salsa, whatever, man.
eat a Snickers.
Be like Lane Kiffin and grab your popcorn.
I always grab me some popcorn. I love popcorn. So
Be like Sam Pittman and drink your cold beer.
yeah. I'll tell you one other thing that happened this weekend. I'm not sure that we've talked
Get
about
you-
it a whole lot. The whole Texas A&M OC Did we talk about that the other night, Roberts?
Well, we talked a little bit about it. I mean, we mentioned it, I think, on Tuesday or Thursday. I think we made mention of it with Bobby Petrino, right,
Yeah.
going to Texas A&M to be the OC. So yeah, we did make mention of it because we were talking to Travis with the bar banter because he's a Falcons fan and talking about Bobby Petrino
Oh,
and
that's
his time
right.
with the Falcons. So yeah.
So his little motorcycle wreck, now they're taking pictures of that and memes and talking about that's how he done Barry Odom at UNLV.
Well, his would be more of the leaving in the middle of the night with the Atlanta Falcons before the season was over.
Right.
That's what he did to
Yeah,
Barry
to Atlanta.
Odom. Yep. What he
Yeah,
did with Atlanta is what he did to Barry.
Yeah, right. I mean, how do you take a job and then still continue after another job?
You know, who knows?
Beard did the same thing. Didn't he?
No, he didn't. He didn't leave in the middle of the season. He didn't
Oh,
leave
no.
right there in the just immediately after taking another job. He didn't do that.
No, you right. You right. That was the difference.
But he's in a whole lot of other mess, so that's
I just find it interesting. Texas A&M is a train.
yeah, but they are one competent OC away from being, an unstoppable force too.
I agree with that.
But is Fisher really going to
I
stay
agree.
the hell out of it?
You're not hiring Bobby Petrino just so that Fisher can block him from calling plays.
So you might.
Fisher
Like a
doesn't
man.
like to not call plays now.
But you're not hiring Bobby Petrino. You got two egos that are in that room. Okay. One's
That's
got
why I
to
said
set
it might be a
themselves
train
aside.
wreck. That's why I
Well,
said
could
it
be.
might be a train wreck.
It could be.
Man,
Could be.
could be. I still play college in the country. My offense, and I think that the coach at Texas A&M knows that offense needs help. Jimbo just don't do it. Not in the SEC, he just can't do it.
No, he's not. He does need an offensive coordinator, and Bobby Petrino can fill that role. My thing is you got two majorly big egos. Majorly big egos.
Well, I'll say this: his ego is not equating to, and his offense is struck 4 or 5 star recruits
Yeah.
at a fast rate, and so he needs help. What other personality can you hire right come in that you respect as a coach? He has to have someone who he thinks is better than him in play call. Yeah.
I mean, he did
with
coach Lamar Jackson to the Heisman Trophy winner. So, at Louisville.
rolling. He had Arkansas. He had Arkansas
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know.
rolling.
Oh, I know.
And then
They were like number 3 in the
came up-
country.
They almost came up. He almost beat Arkansas. He had beat them, but they just ran out of gas this year. Where was he at? Was it Southwestern Missouri or
Missouri State or something's where he was at
yeah,
as the head coach.
Fed
Somewhere
until
small.
the fourth quarter. Up there in Fayetteville, it was quiet for 3 quarters. Quiet. So
We'll see. I just
love to
think
hire.
there's a bunch of egos there, and we'll see how that works. I guess I don't know. John Hammonds, what do you think them two egos are going to get together? All right.
I don't know. It all depends. It's just, I don't know.
I mean,
Though put those
that's
two together in
a,
the same room, it's going to be like bashing
know.
heads with the
Oh, that's
bushwhackers, man.
that's some miles right there, man.
The bushwhackers. Speaking of the bushwhackers, you remember the bushwhackers from WWF? Them were they used to come out and they run around the room and lick people's heads and stuff. That's what it kind of remind me. Everybody acting foolish in the room,
Yeah.
The bushwhacker.
What's
I
your?
It reminds me of a question that we were asked last week.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I'm not going around licking people, man. I'm just not.
Oh man.
Travis can ask me that again, and I'm going to say the same thing. I'm just not going to do that. Hammonds, what's your final thoughts on the college football championship game tomorrow night?
I'm just going to go with what I originally picked. I picked Georgia. I think they'll win by 3 or 4. I feel like that a shootout will favor TCU. If we're looking at slowing the game down, I think it favors Georgia because Georgia will be wanting to, run the ball. Stetson Bennett will be wanting to make certain reads and precision passes. Can do that too, but the thing about Max Duggan is when he plays better when he's from behind, when he plays under pressure.
Right.
And we'll find out Monday night if they get behind a couple scores. We'll find out if Gall in some some guts and glory to make a run to get back in the game. I just don't Georgia's just going. I think Georgia's going to win, like I said. So
Yeah.
I think
So
TCU keeps it close.
My final thoughts. I mean, I had picked Georgia the other night. I'm probably going to stay with that. But I really am interested in to see exactly how TCU plays this game. I think Sonny Dykes is going to play a version of the air raid that is supposed to level the playing field against more talented teams. And I expect Sonny Dykes to play that against Georgia tomorrow night. And it'll be interesting to see exactly how that spreads out Georgia's defense. And, if TCU can kind of use that to their advantage. And then my real last thought on this game is this. A champion TCU would be, at least in the last 20 years or more, one of the biggest David versus Goliath,
Technically, Texas beating USC in 05.
Okay.
That one was one where they crowned USC the champion before the season even started. They crowned them the champion in the middle of the season. They crowned them in the champion before the championship game, and then Texas won.
That's true, but I would put this TCU game. I would put this TCU team above that Texas team. I would.
Would you?
If they can pull this off?
Yeah, I'm just saying that of a big upset. I'm not saying that they weren't good. I'm saying that the upset factor is the fact that they were. It was like 99% chance that USC was going to win that game. They were,
Well, that was
everybody
Reggie
was that
Bush,
confident.
USC. So
and Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush.
Leinart, yeah.
Yep. So,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, you had Texas, you had Vince Young.
Vince Young.
He ran all over him and just had one.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
The Georgia defense or Ohio State just had top.
I didn't really hear, but I'm
Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, it was going in and out, Jason.
Oh, okay. Was it Ohio State thinks in the Georgia defense wide receivers?
Well, now
Georgia's
Ohio State has
defense. Georgia's defense is very suspect on the back end, with the corners and everything like that, like in the secondary. So, I mean, that's the one thing that you've got to be able to do is just hit the big plays and just be able to work the secondary, because the moment that you allow, I mean, where you're not having to, they're not relying on that. That's where, I mean, what Ohio State was able to do against Georgia was beat the secondary, which is Georgia's weakest part.
and they spread them out with their quality receivers.
Questions: Can TCU do that?
Yes,
Well,
I mean that is the question.
Well, here's the real question. It's not just that. The real question is does TCU provide enough pressure against Bennett? Because was Ohio State had that pressure, and then for whatever reason abandoned the idea of pressuring Stetson Bennett, because when they were doing that, making some errors, he was bad decisions, everything like that, and it was just why they abandoned it. I don't know. Maybe went into more of a prevent or whatever, but that was way too early. They had that 14-point lead, or 17-point lead, and then they, like I said, they abandoned what got them there, which was pressuring Stetson. So that's what TCU's got to do, and TCU's not really known for having, just an amazing defense, but they've got to be able to do that. That's what they've got to do.
They do. I agree with that. And, they had a guy, defensive end, that had 4 sacks against Michigan. So,
Right.
So, and I talked about him earlier in the week. He had transferred in, was a safety, picked up 75 pounds, and showed out against Michigan. And Michigan's offensive line won the trophy for the best offensive line in the college football. So,
yeah, the Joe Moore Award.
Yeah, the Joe Moore Award. Yeah. And so now they got to show up and do a little bit of that against Georgia. And then TCU's offensive line has to keep Georgia's offensive line from getting to Max Duggins all day long as well.
Yep.
All right, so you see a new boys up there. We are now part of the Winning Edge Sports Network and part of their division with the Fanboys. And so our show is now being brought to you by the Fanboys, and I have that listed running at the bottom. We're excited about that. We are possibly looking into maybe getting some media credentials and being able to do some of this stuff, at sporting events. John Roberts is in Birmingham, and he could do UAB and possibly Auburn. And Jason, who's been on with us a little bit today, he's in Little Rock, and he also played basketball at Ole Miss. So he could do like Ole Miss, Arkansas. He said if he needed to, he could even do a little bit of Memphis. He's not far from Memphis. So there's, several schools that he could do there. And Hammonds maybe do Kentucky. And I mean, I don't think Hammonds is real far from Knoxville either. Are you, Hammonds?
No, I'm not.
Yeah. It's not that far of a drive from Knoxville, is it?
Quick question real quick before I have to log out of here. I gotta leave. What's the interview that we got coming up Tuesday? I was just wanting to put it on the schedule.
If you look into the group chat, I put the guy's handle and his and the shutdown forecast. It's Ryan Nanny of the shutdown, and I put it into the group chat. I think either yesterday or Friday. I think it was yesterday in the morning. I may have put it in there. So it would be on the Twitter group chat that we have, I think.
Okay, the Twitter chat. Okay, I just wanted to make sure, so I had it wrote down.
Yeah, and it should just be the one that's just you and me and Brad. That's the
right
one.
on Tuesday. Yeah,
that's the one that I put it in there.
Great show,
Yep.
Great show today, guys. Glad for Jason to be back. I'm glad to see you, Jason. Whatnot.
Appreciate it, man. You guys have been
Glad to see.
doing great things. So today,
Glad to see Brad smiling. Hopefully, we'll be smiling a little bit more soon. Kentucky, I don't know. So,
sure. Not
Kentucky
this year.
sports
Maybe
period
next
this year has been just a mess. Like
maybe
I said,
next
the
year.
girls basketball's down, men's basketball about as down as I can ever remember it. To be quite honest with you, I mean, here's a stat that I seen yesterday. There's since 1930, okay, 1930.
That's a long time.
There's only been 2 coaches that have lost 3 games in their coaching career by 25 points or more coaching Kentucky. Guess who one of them is? Coach John Calipari, and the other one is Coach Eddie Sutton in the 80s. 1930.
That's what 92 years. Not now 93.
Yeah.
Coach Cal,
Long time.
y'all gotta y'all take Coach Cal this year. Take it easy. Coach Cal this year.
Trying not to take it too easy on you. I'm trying to take it hard.
Hey, listen,
Y'all
one
laugh
thing
it up. Y'all laugh it up. I know y'all enjoy it.
Ole Miss is terrible this year. Well, state, man, it's
Right.
gonna be a long year for them Rebels. That year in the state of Arkansas. I'm not to hear that. So it's gonna be. That's what
It's okay.
I'm
We
chilling.
quite Auburn quieted them. So
I've had a rant or two, Jason.
you're right.
You need to go back. You need to go back and look at it and listen to my rants.
Yeah, I've seen them. That's what you gotta take it easy. Give your time.
Yeah.
Who's gonna come in
Hey, I think you need to be more positive.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
There
I hear
it
you.
is.
I did it.
Man.
Shut up, Roberts.
Poke.
Yeah,
Poke.
Poking the bear.
Yeah.
No.
Poking the bear. That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
Well, man,
guys.
yeah,
I appreciate y'all coming on.
I appreciate it, man. Sorry about the couple of times people call me and I forgot I'm on my phone. So
Yeah.
when they call y'all, then I was like, you know what? I know I'm on the phone. I have my laptop from that problem.
All right, man. We look forward to you
All
being
right,
on with us.
man.
Get on your laptop with us, and we look forward to that. Next
I'm gonna
Sunday.
say this.
Next.
Watch this. Check you around next Sunday. That's all I'm gonna say. You
Yeah,
check
next
next
Sunday,
Sunday.
y'all look forward to Alan Ray being on with us as a guest. Villanova guard. He's a 3-point shooter. He was on the team with Nick Lowry. That was a 4-guard team. They ran with 4 guards and like a 6'8" guy in the middle, and made it all the way to the Elite Eight. And I think they ran into Florida, and that was the Florida teams with Joakim Noah and Al Horford and all of that bunch that won back-to-back national titles.
Yeah.
Corey Brewer, yeah. I think that's who
Yeah.
knocked him out in the Elite Eight.
Is that 0607?
I believe so. I believe so.
I
Yes.
think that was 05.
05.
05. Because what
Could be 05,
Florida,
06. It's possible.
yeah,
Yeah,
Florida,
it was either
Yeah.
06
Which one you
or
want?
07.
okay.
It was one of those
'Cause
2 years, and I can't remember.
Florida during a calendar year, not necessarily during a school year, but during a calendar year, nearly had the trifecta of baseball, football, and basketball all at the
Wow.
same time. Now
Yeah.
they lost the baseball championship to Texas. They were in the championship round in the World Series to Texas, and the 06 season they won the football championship. The 06 season, so right there January of 07. So that's why I can't remember if it was 05, 06 or if it was 06, 07 that they had the basketball.
Well, they
had
won
the
back to
basketball.
back.
Correct. Right.
In basketball.
It was either the 05, 06, and the 06, 07, or
Yeah.
it was the 06, 07, 07, 08 kind of deal.
Right.
Gotcha.
But either way, they were.
Yeah, so next Sunday we'll have Alan Ray on this. John Hammond's put that together for us, so we look forward to that. And then on Tuesday we're going to have Ryan Manny from the Shutdown Fullcast. So
Ryan Manny from the Shutdown Fullcast.
we got a big week coming up, and we look forward to bringing y'all some really cool shows. And y'all stick with us, and we'll put together a lot more really cool stuff over the next few months.
Yeah. I'll see you guys later, man.
All right, Jason. You have a good night, man.
All right.
All right, Roberts, you got anything you want to add?
Nope.
All right. Follow Linktree. I'm going to put our tree up real quick. You can go to our Linktree and find our YouTube, our Twitch, our Facebook, our TikTok. You can follow us on all of those. And rate us too. That helps us out as well. And then tonight, going to try to get a new episode, a new episode over for the Real Fresh channel. And we are featured on the Real Fresh channel on Sunday evenings. So I want to talk about that for just a second. And we've got a bunch of, cool stuff coming up. So y'all tune in, and we will see you Tuesday with Shutdown Fullcast and Ryan Nanny.
We are 40 days away from the start of college baseball.
Yeah, we're going to be ramping up college baseball before too long. I know Robert's excited about that. You see that smile? All right. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate you being on with me. We'll see y'all down the road.